Hello, let's do the Netflix puzzled Starstruck for February 2nd. We'll do the easy and the hard. The easy is called Glued Squares. Let's play. All right, so the way this game works, we need to put a star in exactly one star, not zero, not two, exactly one in every row, in every column, and every colored region. So every single row, column, colored region has exactly one star, and the stars can't touch even diagonally. So I couldn't put a star here and here because they would touch each other. So our first kind of deduction on this puzzle, at least the one first I saw, is this really common scenario where you just have two places left for a star that are next to each other. And so we know brown's going to get a star. Wherever that star is, it's going to be in this row. So the rest of the row can't put another star. So we can X those out. But in addition to that, the two above and the two below touch the brown, right? So, sorry, I'm trying my best here. If I were to put a star here, then it shares a column with this, but also touches this spot and it touches this spot. And so there'd be nowhere to put a star in brown. So we can X both of those out. Now green is now down to 2 because we X those out. Green is down to 2. We can do the exact same thing for green and take all those out. Now yellow's down to 2. We can do the exact same thing for yellow. And now green places a star, which places a star in brown, places a star in orange, and yellow. Red is down to the exact same pattern here. It looks like that's what they're doing today. Okay. Now, if you look, this row, it's not gray, but it's this row that's down to the same two, that same pattern. And so we can take out of these two. All right. And now this is down to 2. Okay. So what we've got here is we've got kind of a lined up situation. Let me do my best to highlight these two columns for you so you can see what's going on here. So you'll notice that this row is going to need a star. It's going to end up here or here. Let me actually just circle that for you. There's definitely a star in one of these two, and then there's definitely a star in one of these two for that row as well, or red if you prefer. But anyway, there will be a star in one of these two. Well, how many stars in total are in these two columns? Well, we know there's exactly 1 star per column, which means 2 columns have exactly 2 stars. Well, one of them's here and one of them's here, so there's no room for any more. So these two can't be in. So that's our deduction there. And what's our way of finishing this? Okay. Now there's a star in one of these two, which we had already kind of talked about. But because of this column now, there's a star in one of these two. This cell here touches both of them. So it can't be in. Or we wouldn't be able to put a star in this column at all. And so now this column has only one place for a star. We can place it. Now gray places a star here. And now this column has to place it in red. And now we get light blue. Okay. There may have been some other logic we could have done there, but that one worked out just fine. All right. And I hope that those explanations on easy are helpful for those who are newer to the game. Hard is called Funny Echo. On the hard, I do slightly less explanation, but I still do explain. All right. Now, what am I seeing first? Like my eye is drawn to the LOL here. And this LOL. This LOL is probably more useful, actually, because it's 3 rows for 3. Actually, they're both useful. It's 3 rows for 3 regions, right? The LOL. So, if we do this highlight here, you'll see that we're going to have a star in this green. We're going to have a star in the yellow. We're going to have a star in the orange just because we need them in each of these regions. And so the rest of the rows, the 3 rows, can't have stars. And we have the exact same thing happening down here. So we can just, oops, too much. We can just do that. Okay. And we also have this L and this O lining up. And so the rest of those 2 columns can't be in. All right. There's probably more to do here. Yeah, this yellow and this red line up as well. Okay. So now blue is just down to these 2, this dark blue. So we can take out of those 2 and take out of this one. Now the green and the yellow line up. Basically, this row needs a star, so we can place it. One of these 2 is in, so we can take out of those 2. All right, one of these 2 is in. That takes out of this one, actually. It touches this one and sees this in the column. Now one of these two's in. I don't know what to do with that. Okay. This touches all of green. Well, it sees all of green, either the column we're touching. It's probably something easy I'm missing. One of these two? Not really. Oh, this lines up with green, so we can take out of here as well. And surprisingly, brown is now down to just one place. That gives us light blue and gray and red and yellow and green and dark blue, and we're done. All right. Cool. That was a fun one. Not, I mean, it kind of just repeated the same trick over and over again, but it helps you with your scanning, I suppose. And how'd you do?